Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video I want to talk about sets. So in the previous videos we have talked about lists and also tuples, but in this video we want to look at another data structure in Python called sets. And sets are very important when you will be dealing with data, as first it can allow you to remove duplicates in your data, and also it can store the data in any order, so the order is not important in sets. So without much further ado, let's just dive into the code. So first thing always is, how do you create an empty set? So to create an empty set, you just declare a variable which we can call it my set, and to create an empty one you just call the set method, and if you run it, it creates an empty set, and you can check its data type by calling the type method my set, and you see it is a set. And again, you can also create a set by assigning some values to it. So let's say you have my set, and instead of just calling the empty set, you can pass in a list of items you want to put in your set. Let's say maybe number 2, 5, 6. So this one will now create a set and assign it some values, initial values. And so there are many methods which can be operated on our sets, and if for you to check like the different types of methods available, you can call the da and pass in my. It will give you a list of all the methods you can do on a set, and there are many, and just take your time to just learn all of them. You will get them handy in one way or another. So for today, let's say the first method we want to talk about is add, which is used to add items or elements in a set. So let's declare my set and call the add, and you pass in the element you want to add. Let's say I want to add the number 30. You can add many items of different types, so you can say my set dot add. You can even add maybe the boolean true. You can add strings. You can even add float types. Let's say 3.56. So if you run this now, the set now so I forgot to put add method. So let's put another add method here. So if you run it, it will add those items to the set. And if you now check like the number of items in the set, you can call the length method, and if you pass in your set, it will give you the length of the set, how many items are in the set. And remember, set normally removes the duplicates, so you don't expect to see duplicates in a set. So if you want to see the elements, you can also call the my set, and you will see all the elements in the set, and you can see the number 2, 3.4, and let's say I want to add a number which already exists. Let's say I want to add another 2. So if you say my set dot add, and you pass into already 2 exist in the set, so you don't expect it to be available when you list the items, because sets normally remove duplicates. So if you run this and you check the length of my set, so you realize that it is still 8, because 2 is a duplicate, and sets don't normally maintain the duplicates. So if you check my sets elements, so 2 is appearing only once. And that is the beauty of sets. It can be used to like remove duplicates in a collection. But sometimes you want to remove items from a set. Let's say I want to remove the number 2 from the set, my set. So you call in the remove method. So my set dot remove, and you pass in the element you want to remove. So I want to remove the number 2, and if you run this, 2 will be removed. And if you now check the length of my set, it will be 7 elements. It means 2 has been removed. And if you now like list the elements of my set, you will see that 2 is no longer available. So that's the beauty of sets. You can remove items. So the only thing you should be very aware of this remove method is that if you try to remove an item which is not in the set, then it will raise an error. Let's say I want to remove the number 4. 4 is not in the set, so my set dot remove, and I pass in a number 4. 4 is not in the set. It will raise an error, and if you run it, you will get a key error. And if you check the documentation for the remove method, you will see even they said it in the documentation. So if you check help, if you call in the help method and you pass in my set dot remove method, you want to see the documentation for the remove method, you will see very well that if the element is not a member, it will raise a key error. So the alternative way to do it, to remove items without having to be wary of whether the item exists or not, you can call the discard method. So this one does it silently. It does not raise an issue if the element is not in the set. So let's say I want to discard the number 4, which is not in the set. So my set dot discard, and I pass in 4. So with this one, it does it silently. If it is not available, it will not raise any issue. And sometimes you want to empty the set, so like remove everything and make it empty. So you call in the my set dot clear. So the clear method is used to empty the set. So if you run the clear method and now you check the length of my set, it will be empty, 0. So there are no elements. And if you even want to view it, you will see that there are no elements in the set. So it means the set has been cleared. So apart from the normal method like add, clear, and remove, there are sometimes more complicated methods like the intersections. When you want to operate on two sets, there's also the union. So these ones are very key. So let's just see what intersection does. So assuming you have two sets, A and B. So the intersection of set A and B is a set of all M elements from A and elements from B. So like you combine them into one giant set. So assuming, let's say we have some integers like my odd numbers. So it can be a set of numbers. Let's say odd is 2, 5, 7, 9. So these are a set of odd numbers between 0 and 10. And let's say my even, a set of numbers which are, so this is 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Then even numbers start from 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, then lastly 10. Then you can also check my prime numbers, which is a set of numbers 2, 5, 7. And let's say you want to check the intersection between odd numbers and evens. That is a set of elements which are odd and even. So you will call my odd, then you call the intersection my even. So there are no elements which are both even and odd. That is true. And let's say you want to check the union of elements which are even and odd between 0 and 10. So that means we'll call the union. So union takes in the elements which are both in A and B. They are both available in both A and B. So if you check now my odd and call in the intersection, let's say the primes and the odd. So I want to know which prime numbers are also odd numbers. So if I call in my primes, so 5 and 7, they are both prime numbers and odd. And suppose I want to get the union of the elements which are odd and even. So it means I'm going to get like a big set. So my odd, if you call the union and you pass in the my even, it will be a big set containing all elements which are odd and the elements which are from the even set. So this is important when you will be dealing with the data, especially when you are trying to get like elements which are shared between, let's say, two data sets. This one can be very important when you will now do the intersections to find elements which are both in a given set, and also is also an element in another set. So apart from the union and intersections, you can also do some boolean operation on set to just check whether an element is existing in a set. Let's say you want to check whether 3 is an even number. So it says 3 in my even. So this one is a true or false. So this is false. 3 is not an even number. You can even call 3 not in my even. So this one will return true because 3 is not an even number. True. So this Boolean operations can also help you when you will be doing maybe business logic for your application, or when you are doing data analysis and you want to check whether a given number is in a given data set. You can call the in method and the operator and the not in operator to just check whether an element is in a given set or not. Yes, so sets are very important, and if you check now the different methods available in sets, it will help you to like play around with the different methods to just know what you can do with sets. So there are a lot, and I welcome you to just play with the methods available in sets so that you understand what you can do. You can even copy difference. So there are many. Remove, we have talked about remove. Yes, so basically that was what I wanted to like share with you today about sets. So the key takeaway from the set is that they are used for, first, it removes duplicates, so it does not allow duplicates in a set, and secondly, the sets are unordered, so the order is not important to sets. As long as the elements are available, the order is not important. Yes, thank you, have a nice time.